Now, what happens if the slope is not a 1? Right, example number 3. What if A is different? Let me check it out. Let's do, this one is good. Y equals to 2x plus 4 squared plus 1. All right. I know that this is going to be super long. Already anticipated. So I'm going to go like that. Okay. Now again, vertex. Vertex is going to be -4 and +1. Are we good with that? You should know by now. So let's go ahead and do that. -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, +1, right there. Okay. Now let's go ahead and check out the x and the y slopes. Again, for this one, I'm going to take 1, 2, and 3. That's always the same. Except for one exception, and I'll go over that in just a second. So check it out. This time, because A is a 2, right? The way I'm going to write this is, and I'll do it right here, A, A, B, and C. The way I'm going to write it is 2. Okay, so instead of a 1 in the outside, it's going to be a 2 on the outside because of that 2, right? Okay, so they go together. Whatever that is, that's what's going to be on the outside. Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and plug in the number 1, 2, and 3, just because we want to know, hey, if I take one step, how many steps, up or down, right? And since this is positive, it's going to go up. Okay? So 1 times 1 is 1, times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 on the outside is 8. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Any questions so far? All right, so let's check it out here. I'm going to take one step this way, one step that way, and then I'm going to go 2 steps up. 1, 2. Right. I'm going to take 2 steps this way and 2 steps that way, and it's going to go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you get super skinny. And 18. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Woo, it's way up there. Okay. Now I'm not gonna ask you to do that, but you should recognize at least the first few steps, right? You should recognize the first few steps. You know, you might not need this third one for your graphs when you're matching your homework, but you know, it's good to know. Okay, so in general, that's how it goes. Right? Any questions with that? Any questions with how the slope works? Okay, I don't know why I'm asking any questions because it's a video. You can't really ask me any questions, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, now what happens if the A is a fraction? Y equals 2, and let's make it a negative at that. Oh, fun. Negative 2x minus 5 plus 3. Okay. So again, vertex, it's going to be +5, +3. Okay. Did I make them all? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Okay. So then let me just go ahead and take care of this, because I think it's going to be that. Okay. So let me go ahead and find the vertex. Positive 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Positive 3, 1, 2, 3. Ugh, I made it too much on the edge. And I know that it's going to go this way, and I'm going to run out of space on the right side. So let me put a graph right here. And let me go ahead and move this over. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, right there. Boom, shakalaka. Okay, that's good. I think I have enough space. All right. Now let's go and create our chart once again. 1, 2, and well, I guess we could do 3, but I'd rather do 4. And the reason why I want to do 4 is because you're going to have to divide by 2. And so it's easier to divide by 2 when you do 4 than it is to do, 3, because then you get a 9. And 9 divided by 2. I guess you can do 4.5. Let's do 3. It's fine. Let's do 3. I think you guys can handle some fractions. A, B, and C, right? So again, because this is a 1 over 2 and is a negative, we know that it's going to go down. So don't worry too much about the negative. We know that this is going to be a, sorry. We know that this is going to be a negative, this is going to be a negative, this is going to be a negative. So it's going to go down, right? We know that it's going to go down. All of them are going to ask me to go down. Okay, so let's check it out here. We got negative 1 over 2 parentheses square, negative 1 over 2 parentheses square, negative 1 over 2 parentheses square, right? And again, we're going to use the exact same numbers here. We're going to use 1, 2, and 3, okay? Just like these numbers are the numbers that you're going to go in here, okay? Same numbers, right? So this is the difficult part. Let's do the first one, okay? 1 times 1, 1 times negative half. If you know your 1 table, it's negative 1 over 2. So it's 1 over 2. And I'll tell you exactly what to do with that. You won't get too confused there. Let me make this a little smaller because we're going to need it. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now here's the good part. So this is going to be, I'm going to write it, negative 1 over 2 times, what's 2 times 2? 4. Okay, so 2 squared is 4, but I put it as a fraction, which gives me negative 4 over 2, which equals to negative 2. And that's why I wanted to use 2 and 4 instead of that 3, but that's okay. So it's going to be negative 2. That's nice, okay? And then here we have negative 1 over 2 times 9 over 1, okay? Because that 3 squared, 3 times 3, 9. And that gives me negative 9 over 2, which gives me negative 4.5. So 4.5, right? Negative 4.5. So let's check it out here, okay? So the first one, I take 1 step to the left and 1 step to the right. How many steps down? Half. So that means that it's over here. That's a half step. We good? 2 steps. Let's take 2 steps. 1, 2, 1, 2. How many steps? 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, no, I'm sorry, 1, 2. So it's right here and right there. So the 2 is really easy. The 3 step, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 4.5. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Right? Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So this is a little wider. Oh, that was ugly. Here, let me do that again. Much better. Okay, so it's just a little wider that when it gets to half. All right. You could have easily picked, and I would suggest you could easily do this instead of those numbers. You can go by 2s. So you could have done A, B, and C. -1/2, -1/2, -1/2. And instead of picking 1, 2, and 3, you could have picked 2, 4, and 6. Those are your options. That's obviously easier because then you get 1/2 times 4. Oh, this is a square, square, square. But you get some big numbers. That's the other thing, right? You get 1/2 equals to -2. Over here it goes -1/2, 16/1, which gives me 8, right? So it just, you end up with bigger numbers. That's the only thing. 36/1 gives me -18. So you just end up with big numbers. You have to go, 3 steps or 6 steps and then 18 steps down. So just use the ones on top. It's fine. Okay. Are we good? That's about it. Again, if this was a positive half, it would just, instead of going down, it would just go up, right? Or what is that, half? It would just go half, and then 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.5. It would just go the opposite. It would just go up instead of down. Okay, that's the only difference if it was a positive. Right. Cool? Okay. Go ahead and take care of business. I think that's it. Yeah. Awesome. Go ahead and take care of these, and we'll see you on the next video.